What common phrase used on Reddit makes you instantly lose respect for the commenter? Who's chopping onions? Does seem to be on the decline though. Underrated film that no one talks about. Proceeds to discuss a Tarantino movie that's sitting at 93 on IMDb. Edit OMG, I didn't realize this comment was going to blow up like this. Not a group question was directed towards, but unpopular opinion. 90 of the time it's a perfectly boring opinion. And the other 10, it's unpopular for a reason. This. Louder for the people in the back. Ugh. I don't know who needs to hear this. Dear ex-person at the store today, let that sink in. When someone actually makes an intelligent comment, maybe to me, maybe another person that is different from my stand, presents it well enough that I might rethink my stand, then ends it with "you fucking ignorant asshole," or some variation of that. Tell me you are blah 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 without telling me. Okay, boomer. Tell me you let this sink in without telling me you had to scroll too far to find this. I don't know who needs to hear this. You sweet summer child. But I'll say it louder for the people in the back. Checks notes. Unpopular opinion as a female. I was today years old when I realized that your body count lives rent-free in my head. Cringe AF. Imagine gaslighting your fur babies. Anything that makes the comment appear in a condescending tone. Let's assume we are arguing about something, and out of nowhere words like honey, darling, etc. appear. That is a clear sign that the conversation needs to stop right there. To a lesser extent, there are those cliché phrases people tell those who imply suicidal thoughts in their comments. Bull like you matter. You are loved. I am proud of you, while knowing absolutely nothing about the one they are addressing. Just to feel like they did the correct thing. Bring on the down votes. Okay. I was today years old. Checks notes people are the worst for me. Or go ahead and downvote me, but even if they're making a good point, they still manage to sound like an ass. I had to scroll so far to get to blah blah blah, the thing that I thought should have been higher up. Oh sweet summer child, up dude, good sir. Say it louder for the people in the back, sweet summer child. These posts. What is the best, worst, most underrated? And why is it gives specific answer? I've never watched. Ask me anything and I'll answer like I have. I came here to say this. Good for you? Am I the asshole? All of it. This right here is the correct answer. In response to someone giving their opinion on something. You must be fun at parties. Bold of you to assume that I even attend parties. Starting a response with as a Redditor, I can only respond if I'm on Reddit. Thanks for the gold. Kind stranger, or wow, this comment sure blew up. Am I, like, famous now? Or something like that. Mods. Please delete if not allowed. Bitch. Read the sub-guidelines to know if your post is allowed or not. Imagine believing thinking. How about you have a fully formed thought instead of just a oh wow look at me acting like everyone agrees with me. I'm guilty of it, but I'm trying to imagine being a better person. Acronyms for things that aren't hard to type out, with no explanation for what it stands for. How come mainstream media isn't talking about this? As it's being shared on a mainstream social media platform. Adulting. Chef's kiss, I feel bad just typing that. People who tell the OP that they need to go to therapy, rather than just suggesting it. Small thing really. But it winds me up when people telling a story list the ages and genders of the people involved. When it's just in no way relevant whatsoever. I do not need to know that you are 25F in order to appreciate your anecdote. Basically the title. Then a few paragraphs elaborating on the title. Body count, unless you're talking about Ice-T's heavy metal band. This is the way. Sexy times. Be an adult. You can say sex. Why did they never teach me this in school? Almost always followed by something they were almost 100 guaranteed to have learned in school and likely were just ignoring or sleeping through class. Oh wow, I just learned that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Why did they never teach me this in school? Or similarly, God, I hate America because they never taught me this in class, usually in relation to something relating to history or American government that again was taught in pretty much all public schools. And OP just clearly wasn't paying attention that day in class. Telling people to go to therapy for every single problem. This doesn't quite follow the question, but I instantly lose respect for people who use those fucking rate me subs. Those places are disgusting fucking cesspools and it isn't talked about enough at all. I also choose this guy's wife. It stopped being funny years ago and more often than not the person using it has completely failed to read the room. This I liked it in 2011, but I hate it now. Alpha, beta, simp, cuck, all of that online. Incel. Manosphere terminology so beloved by stunted children of all ages. Not a phrase, but fake dialogues. It looks like people here love to create fake dialogues and it's always bad. Read that again. No. I feel some kind of way. Ending a disagreeing comment with but okay. This is going to be downvoted. Stop caring so much about fake internet points and just communicate authentically. Throwaway account, who gives a fuck? iKick. Just Google it, but Google led me to Reddit ROFL. Just saying. You must be fun at parties. When someone says I'm not a doctor, but before giving medical advice, I'm out. Runner female sign running dash. This. I too choose that guy's wife. Way overplayed. The I'd have 2 nickels meme has been run into the ground and is approaching the center of the earth at this point. It was a clever subversion of a common euphemism for a brief moment in time. Now it just makes my eye twitch. This with no further comment. I hate seeing a comment start with EHH. Even if what you're saying is poignant, true, valid, etc. Starting a written out comment with A makes me immediately tune you out. First me, okay. Your contribution to mankind was wasted. Laughs in. Before it was alpha. Nowadays it's whenever someone says female when they use men in the same phrase. I'm an alpha. Yeah, okay, you're the buggy initial release. Hey, get out of here with your common sense and reasoning. Chef's kiss. I can't help cringing. Checks notes. Anytime anyone refers to people with children as breeders. That's awful. But what sites so I can avoid them? What sites specifically or anything in that same vein? Any of the therapy speak buzzwords. Gaslighting, boundaries, trauma, emotional availability, narcissist, empath, biggest lol. Shit. Throw misogynist in there too. Sometimes you'll find a post with like 12 of these just strung out back to back. Saying chef's kiss. I don't know why I hate it so much, but I do. Do the research. Sweet summer child, it's so demeaning and disrespectful and does not belong in discourse. People who say you just made me spit my coffee on my keyboard or laugh out loud at work are pet peeves of mine. I read that at least 20 times a day. Get old right fast. XYZ has joined the chat. Puppers. Kiddos. Doggos.